downtown, walking fast, places pass and I'm homebound. Staring blankly ahead, just making my way through the crowd. And I need you, and I miss you. And now I wonder if I could fall into the sky. Do you think time would pass me by? 'Cause you know I'd walk 1,000 miles if I could just see you. If I could fall into the sky, do you think time would pass me by? 'Cause you know I'd walk 1,000 miles if I could just see you tonight. It's always times like these when I think of you, and I wonder if you ever think of me. 'Cause everything's so wrong and I don't belong, living in your precious memory.
Shanghai, once a fishing village and a market town, currently being the international economic center in China. The city sits at the entrance of Yangtze River, one of the longest rivers in the country.
As one of the 4 directly administered municipalities in China, Shanghai is a global center for finance, research, technology, manufacturing, and transportation, being the world's busiest container port at the same time.
What does this metropolis have to offer? Let's take a closer look.
Making my way downtown, walking fast, places pass and I'm homebound. Staring blankly ahead, just making my way through the crowd. And I need you, and I miss you. And now I wonder if I could fall into the sky. Do you think time would pass me by? 'Cause you know I'd walk 1,000 miles if I could just see you. If I could fall into the sky, do you think time would pass me by? 'Cause you know I'd walk 1,000 miles if I could just see you tonight. It's always times like these when I think of you, and I wonder if you ever think of me. 'Cause everything's so wrong and I don't belong, living in your precious memory.
You've just landed in the city of Shanghai. Why not visit a famous landmark to begin your trip?
Which landmark are we going to visit first?
Being over 350 meters high, the Oriental Pearl Tower in Pudong was the tallest structure in the whole country between 1994 and 2007. It was also classified as a 5A scenic area by the National Tourism Administration. It is not only a normal tourist attraction, but an ancient design that came from the Song of Pipa, a poem composed by Tang Dynasty poet Bai Juyi. Up in the tower, there's a revolving restaurant, a hotel, exhibition facilities, and conference rooms. If you're fortunate enough, you may see Chongming Island and even Sheshan in the Shanghai suburban area.
After spending time with a modern scenic spot, we will visit Century Park, the largest park in Shanghai. The park is known as Holiday Park because it is both modern and natural. The park was built in Eastern and Western gardening styles and was divided into 7 different parts accordingly. Not interested in the natural environment? There's still plenty to do. You can go fishing, row a boat, or even just have fun in the green maze to enjoy the afternoon. Luckily, we are going to Shanghai in springtime. The daily mean temperature this month is 20.7 degrees Celsius, with a record high of 36.4 degrees Celsius. If we visit Shanghai earlier in winter or later in summer, the temperature would be too cold and too hot respectively.
The highest temperature recorded in Shanghai in summer is 39.9 degrees.
What an exhausting day. Let's settle down for what is yet to come tomorrow.
It's 9 a.m. in the morning in Shanghai. What could be better than having dim sum breakfast at Qibao Ancient Town? Qibao Ancient Town was built in 960 AD. With over 9 centuries of history, it is the most historical place you could find in Shanghai. Although Qibao Ancient Town sounds a bit boring and tedious, it is actually a market full of traditional snacks, restaurants, and souvenir shops. You could spend all day wandering through the historical streets, and we'll start the day by having Chinese dim sum. Hagao, shumai, wonton, name it and we'll find it. There's an unlimited resource of dim sum. You could find anything you want in Qibao Ancient Town.
After having Chinese dim sum at Qibao Ancient Town, let's shop around. There's lots and lots of traditional Chinese snacks that you've never seen or heard of before. Sticky tofu, sashimi, green bean cake. There's a lot for you to explore. Are you tired of shopping? There's lots of historical buildings which can be perfect for a background and photos. These architectures are very unique, which can't be found anywhere else.
Do you want to get back to the modern world? Tianjifang would be a great place to go. It starts to look like Taiwan from here. It's like the markets in Taiwan but a lot bigger. It's like a maze, so don't get lost. There are coffee shops, DIY shops, and restaurants. There's a lot to buy and to see too. As a vital city in the Yangtze River Delta, Shanghai's economy has been developing rapidly and its gross domestic product is as large as 3.87 trillion yuan. It's impressive to see how this financial center possesses such a large proportion of China's economy.
I bet you're getting bored of shopping and going to markets. How about going for a walk beside the coast of Shanghai? The Bund is a long corridor located at the eastern coast of Shanghai. It's very similar to the Victoria Harbour in Hong Kong. Watching the sunset, walking with your loved ones or your family under the breeze would be a very romantic thing to do.
Let's end the day by having dinner at Nanjing Road. Nanjing Road is a paradise for foodies. You could find everything you want here, from Chinese cuisine to European cuisine. There must be something that fits your appetite. What a busy day in Shanghai.
After 2 days in Shanghai, it's finally the last day we're going to spend in this glamorous city. How about we start by visiting Shanghai's oldest green place, the Yu Garden. The Yu Garden is located in the northwest in Shanghai and finished construction in 1559. Also dubbed as the Garden of Happiness, it covers over 20,000 square meters in area and consists of various gardens and halls.
The most well-known location in the garden is the Dianchun Hall, also known as the Heralding Spring Hall. It is surrounded by rocks and a small lake. In the period of 1853 to 1855, it served as the headquarters of the Small Swords Society, an organization once rebelled against the Qing dynasty. There is also a small museum displaying the artifacts of the society in it. Wouldn't it be nice to walk around with the breeze in this historical and antique place?
We've just started off the day in greenery. Now we're off to the Shanghai Science and Technology Museum. It was built in 2001 and is one of China's most visited museums. It attracts more than 2 million visitors every year within its 98,000 square meters of land. It consists of 5 main exhibition halls and 11 smaller ones, each exhibiting and introducing different aspects of science and technology. This place will not be a bad option for all people of all ages, since there are numerous interactive multimedia exhibits and science theaters and cinemas, suitable for the whole family. We can take a look at the efforts and history behind the rapid technology development in Shanghai.
It was quite a quick glimpse into Shanghai's great museum, and now we'll be leaving to the crowded airports and say goodbye to this beautiful city.
Throughout our trip to Shanghai, I noticed that Shanghai is not only an economical metropolis in people's eyes, it also provides an overlook of Chinese food culture and traditional lifestyle.